Hello and welcome to this week's episode of our Money Wisdom Question series brought to you by Johnson Brunetti. My name is Ian Fergusson, retirement income certified professional and financial advisor here at the firm. This week's question: how much money do I need saved to retire comfortably? If you ask me that as my client, I'm going to turn around and look at you and say, well, how much are you spending? I mean, realistically, how much you have saved up and where you are in your life in terms of what you expect to spend and what are your discretionary and non-discretionary expenses, is going to dictate ultimately how much you should have saved up in your portfolio. And beyond that, not only that, but what sort of investment strategy and portfolio allocation would be appropriate for you and your overall portfolio. So it's not necessarily a cut and dry answer, well, everybody needs XYZ dollars saved up. No, no, no. It's all relative to how much you're spending, what are your expenses, and how is that impacted by what you have going on in your savings. These are conversations that we have with our clients all day, every day when they come in for visits and when we talk about making adjustments to financial plans as well as implementing new financial plans when people come and sit down with us for the first time. These are part of our ongoing discussions that we have it's part of our fiduciary duty to make sure that we have this relevant information about folks so that we're making the appropriate financial decisions in terms of investments and portfolio allocations as we're working on their portfolios. We as financial advisors have some fantastic tools at our fingertips where we can really fine-tune how much you need saved up relative to how much you're going to spend in your life or how much you expect to spend, and we can program in all sorts of variables that you can probably not even imagine, all the huge list of things that we can account for while you sit here. Things like inflation, rates of return on market accounts, rates of return on other types of investment vehicles. These are all very important things to factor into the mathematic equation. It's not necessarily just average these expenses and divide by 12 and can I sustain that in my retirement? No, no, no. It's all about inflation and other things that are relevant that are going to impact your expenses today, what that's going to look like in 1, 2, 5, 10, 15, and even longer years. So these conversations we have all the time with our clients, and we're constantly making adjustments to plans and designs that are going to help people meet their expenses and live the lives that they want to live in retirement. But it's not necessarily that there is $1 amount that you need to retire comfortably. You have to understand it's relevant to you, relevant to your financial situation, relevant to where you find yourself in your life and what your goals are. But we can absolutely help you answer some of those questions. Again, my name is Ian Fergusson, retirement income certified professional and financial advisor here at Johnson Brunetti. Thank you for joining us this week for our episode of the Money Wisdom Question series. Be sure to hit like and subscribe, and please share with a friend if you like today's video so that way you don't miss out on any of our awesome future content.